I see you're back at it again, sub. Steve has a lot of diamonds, and you don't. He's hidden them away in his house. So there's only one thing we need to find today. 10 ways to steal diamonds from your friend's base in Minecraft. There's some trickery needed for all of this to go according to plan, sub. You'll need to follow my steps exactly. And make sure that Steve doesn't realize until it's too late. We may even be able to bag ourselves a few netherite ingots if we're lucky. Let's get to it. Number 1. Aquarium Splash. Let's take a look at what base Steve has chosen to make. It looks pretty nice in here. He has some decorative armor, and up top he's even made himself a little aquarium with a special secret treasure chest. Very nice. Maybe you can charm Steve with a new underwater pet, sub. Go to the ocean and see if you can find yourself a dolphin. Bring it right up to the shore. Go get Steve and let him know you have a new addition for his water piece. As he marvels at his new dolphin companion, you can sneak into his house, climb up the back of the house, and find the area where the aquarium is. Dig into the back of it, and you can swim right in. Grab those diamonds from the chest, and get gone quickly, sub! Number 2. A long read. Steve has decided that he wants to expand his mind. Reading is a great source of knowledge. And because there aren't any computers in Minecraft, reading is the best way to learn and educate yourself. While it may be a little boring to some, Steve is always down to try and learn something new. Perhaps you should get creating a book of your own to distract him, sub. Grab a book and quill, and prepare a book with lots of information in it. No one said it had to be useful information. Just jam it packed full of pages and pages of nonsense. And finally, sign it off with a little troll. Go give the book to Steve and tell him to read through it very carefully. While he's in deep thought, pondering over your wise words, you can reap the rewards and loot all the diamonds from his chest. Oh no, looks like you've been trolled, Steve. Number 3. Netherite Swipe. Steve has set up camp in the Nether for the new snapshot updates. He's brought a whole bunch of his saved up diamonds to use while experimenting down here. The only thing is, netherite is really hard to get. Not only do you have to combine scraps with gold, but ancient debris is a very rare block to come by. Perhaps you can do Steve a favor and gather up as many of the ancient debris blocks as possible around the area, and then he doesn't have to look for them. You're still a step away from netherite gear, though. You need diamond armor and tools if you want to combine them with a netherite ingot. I'm sure Steve won't mind if you borrow some. Besides, if he asks, you can just explain that it went missing. Switching from snapshot to snapshot can cause glitches occasionally after all. We all know this. Or do we? While Sub tries out his netherite armor that he basically got for free, why not consider hitting subscribe? Because that's also completely free too. You'll be notified when we post videos, and also get a great glimpse into the wonderful and crazy Sub's world. After all, it's only one click away. Number 4. Brute Force. When in doubt, just bust in and take the diamonds. After all, that's a nice new set of netherite armor you have there, Sub. Add some enchantments to it, and you're basically unstoppable. Steve is back in the overworld going around his business. It seems he's had to mine more diamonds. I wonder why. This is your chance. Equipped with the highest enchanted netherite armor possible, and a shield and sword, break down the door like a vicious zombie and really intimidate him. He's not gonna want to mess with a pro player like you, that's for sure. He's got no choice but to pay up. Wow, Sub, you're the leanest, meanest player in town. Number 5. Barter Fart. Piglins are a new and mysterious creature. Besides their love of gold and their violent nature, we don't know too much about them. All I can say is don't break a gold block in front of them. Steve naturally doesn't know much about the piglings at all. Some have actually just spawned near his nether base. He's heard rumors that you can trade with them, but he really hasn't been able to give it a try. You have though, Sub. Or at least that's what you're gonna tell Steve here. Forget gold. Tell him that piglings love diamonds. Tell Steve that in order to trade, he needs to drop them on the floor, and the pigling will collect them. Of course, he doesn't realize that this behavior only works with gold, so as soon as he drops down his diamonds, you can swipe them and run. Number 6. Blame it on the Steve. Time to visit Steve again. No, not that Steve. This Steve. I know. There are lots of different Steves to keep track of, Sub. Perhaps they should think about changing their skins to differentiate themselves. Anyway, this Steve has made a new base and has invited you over for the grand tour. While he's busy yapping about his furniture, consider just taking the diamonds. Don't leave the house, though. That'll incriminate you. Instead, hide them under the crafting bench. When Steve comes down and asks what all the commotion is about, tell him that you just saw another player, another Steve, run away with all of the diamonds. This Steve will obviously be mad and go storming out to chase, leaving you to take the diamonds from under the crafting bench and flee. Every Steve is unique and different in their own way, even if they all look the same. Make sure to like the video if you agree that all Steves deserve to be treated as individuals. Steve writes. Number 7. The Lava Fool. Okay, Sub, it's time to come clean. Perhaps now you should explain to Steve how to really get netherite armor. You can even help him out by showing him where to find ancient debris and what to do with the scraps. At this point, he'll think that you know everything that there is to know about the new Nether snapshot. So now's the chance to turn all of that on its head. Something many players assume is that netherite armor is fire resistant. Unfortunately, it isn't. It just floats on lava and isn't destroyed. But Steve doesn't know that. Let him know that the armor makes you impervious to all damage in lava, and let him jump in. Wait until he burns to death and run to the base as fast as possible. You can't place bets in the Nether, so Steve will be all the way in the overworld, giving you lots of time to swipe his last remaining Nether base diamonds and get going. Number 8. Pack Mule Tool. Steve has decided that he's going to take a break from this base and travel to another one. His base on the move is going to be this cute-looking pack mule, who has the ability to transfer all of his items across long distances. You can follow him to make sure he's packing all of his diamonds for the next trip, and then wait until he leaves the mule alone. It could be that he goes down into a cave, or has to fend off some angry mobs. Either way, when the time is right, slip in, grab the diamonds, and run. Wait, he's not leaving the mule. I guess Steve isn't getting distracted easily. Now he's back in his house, and it seems he's tucking his mule deep into a hidden room. Clever! He's not using a chest at all in this base. At least you know that now, Sub. Wait until he's asleep, sneak in, and loot that mule to your heart's content. Number 9. Make a mess. This Steve likes to keep things tidy. He has a lot of chests, and even some redstone running. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Maybe it's time to disrupt the status quo. Burst through the door and start dropping random items all over the floor. Break his chests, and start filtering out items until you get the diamonds. With all this mess, it'll be impossible to tell what's missing until it's far too late. Number 10. The Setup. Another Steve, another set of diamonds to steal. This time we should plan a little. Players hate losing their stuff, especially if they die really far away and it despawns just before they get there. When Steve isn't looking, break his bed and then kill him quickly so he doesn't realize it was you. As he runs back from spawn, mention that you can pick up his stuff before it despawns and give it back to him. He'll of course say yes. He doesn't want all of his diamonds to disappear. Unfortunately, that's just what they'll do. As Sub here flees with the diamonds, consider what way you would steal diamonds and let us know in the comments. Looks like Sub's gotta make his getaway. We'll see you next time, Sub. Bye-bye.